Well, the big days here on or around Easter Sunday is when a lot of us gardeners plant our starts to get our garden started for the year. And if you're not familiar with that process, we're just going to plant some plants in some trays here in our greenhouse, or in my case the basement of our home, and just get a little head start. They'll already be about 2 inches tall, and then we can transplant those into our outdoor garden and give them a little head start on the season. This is one of the trays I'll be using, and it was just some packing material from something that we bought. I don't even remember, like a toaster oven or something, a while back. It's made out of a porous cardboard type material, so should work pretty good. And you can buy ones like this too. You just put your dirt in there and you're going to be watering it. By the time you go to plant in the garden, the cardboard may be kind of soggy and weak, and that's fine, because once you could actually leave it in the cardboard and plant it, and it should just disintegrate and let the plant grow on out. Since this is just packing material though, I have no idea what it's made of, so in this situation I'll probably actually peel the cardboard away, whatever's left of it, put just the dirt in there. That way if there's any harmful chemicals or anything in there, I won't get that in my garden. So this Ocean Forest potting soil by Fox Farms is what I'm going to be using this year. I used it last year, had good results with it, and this is left over, so no reason to change. So these have all already been planted with honeydew melon seeds, and I've been real successful with honeydew melons. I've had some that were up to 10 pounds. And it's basically just take the seed, push it down in there 3/4 of an inch. That's pretty standard for a lot of different types of plants. This year I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to mix H202, also known as hydrogen peroxide, in with some of the water for my starts, and see what effect that will have on them. Hopefully a positive one. So most people know that the chemical symbol for water is H2O. 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of oxygen makes a molecule of water. So if you were to add 1 more atom of oxygen, you get H2O2, which is hydrogen peroxide. Very similar to water, but not quite the same. So I tried H2O2 last year on my plants, not at the starts, but I think I started treating them with 3% in about May, and then picked this up later in June. And I did have a really nice harvest last year, so don't know if it was because of this or not, but it might have been. So it's supposed to really help plants, especially ones that are root bound or soil compacted. Just gives them a little more of that oxygen that helps them thrive. And it has a variety of uses: hair dye, antiseptic. That 1 extra atom, for some reason, just allows it to do a lot of different things than standard water. If you research it, you're going to find a lot of different recipes for the amount of H2O2 to mix with water for plants. And part of what makes it complicated is the percentage. Regular, just household hydrogen peroxide for first aid purposes is 3%. This is 12. You can get food grade, which is 35. You can get up to 90%. So naturally, there's a lot of different, the more powerful mix you use, the less you need. So I chose a 1/2 gallon of water just because I had a 2-quart pan to boil the water in. And I'm going to use a teaspoon because it's just the most popular amount to mix by, I guess. I don't know. I don't see any reason to get too crazy with it, because straight water will work. So if I can help it just a little bit, that'll be fine. I just don't want to overdo it, obviously. So, and I'm not going to do the whole thing, since this is just an experiment. I'm going to do these 4 center seeds, and then we'll just compare how they do to how the other 8 do. This water is spring water from a company called Fizzo, a local company, and I've boiled it to remove any kind of impurities or mold or bacteria or just whatever. I just want to give my plants a good, the best chance that I can. Alright, so there's our teaspoon. I'll just dump that right in there. Stir it around a little bit. Oh, this water's still warm, so plants will probably like that. Then just give each one of them a little drink. Kind of hard to do while I hold the camera here. Alright, so here's my trays. I put them next to a south-facing window where I'll get some nice sunlight and hopefully heat the soil up to the place where they'll germinate properly and everything. Got another tray down here. This cardboard, you can already see the water soaking through it here. Once it starts to get damp, the water will actually drip out of it, and so what will happen is it'll just drip into this tray and then drip eventually down into a catch pan down here. I said I was only going to do the center 4, but I was thinking about my next shot or whatever. I went ahead and watered all of them with the H202, so it's all or nothing. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so this little setup here serves 2 purposes. One is it's going to reflect the sunlight from the window back onto the plants and hopefully help warm the soil up a little more and just give them some nice sunlight. And then the other thing it does is hopefully keep the cat from jumping up and scratching all the dirt out of my trays. I have no idea why she would do that. She's never done it before, but we can't trust the cat. So try to always be thinking ahead to what she might do, and hopefully this will just, because it's shiny, it'll just freak her out. She'll stay away from it. And I also gave some H202 to my African milk tree here. He's been down here in the basement all winter because they can't tolerate a freeze or even cold climates, so he's probably ready to go back outside here pretty soon. As far as frequency, I'm going to water them a little bit every day unless they start to look too damp. And I don't know how often I'm going to mix the H202 in with it. I think I'll probably do just the 1 treatment on this first row, 2 treatments on the second one, 3 treatments on the back one, just this first year to see how that goes. These are beets and okra. So anyway, I hope this was helpful in some way to some people, and if so, I'd appreciate if you would like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. What the? Are you serious right now? Okay. You like the bed I made for you? Is that a pretty good bed? I'm glad you like it.